Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Rosario and this is Nala. She's being a little stubborn today. She doesn't want to lay down. She's probably gonna head out soon, so this might be the most you're gonna see from her. So today I will be reading some stories from Reddit. As you all know, that's one of my favorite things to do on my spare time. And I am going to read some Bigfoot stories. This story is by Seb1. I've never been open to sharing my story because of the way it's impacted my life. I consider myself an avid outdoorsman and I love to camp, fish, and hike. Around 2 years ago now, I was hiking through the bush in Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, Montana. The hike was supposed to be 2 miles round trip, but I decided to head off trail to eat my lunch. I came down the small foothill and noticed a large amount of branches and twigs snapped from a particularly tall animal. This alarmed me, but I kept moving. I sat my pack down above a small mudslide and almost took a bite of my sandwich when I saw a tall, brown, broad-shouldered ape-like creature. I immediately thought Bigfoot. He wasn't scared of me whatsoever and started to walk toward me slowly. I dropped my stuff and ran like hell. I started hearing objects crack against trees and I never looked back. To this day, I believe my pack could still be above the mudslide. I'm fine now and I enjoy some Minecraft. This encounter changed the way I see the woods and made me respect my surroundings a lot more. I love hiking and being outdoors also. So far I haven't seen anything besides coyotes. I've seen a fox before. A chipmunk. One time when I was up in Lake Arrowhead, I saw a chipmunk. It was so cute, so little. But nothing huge. This next story is from Merjosh. Okay, going out on a limb here and sharing my story. I'm a Silicon Valley, San Jose native and have frequented the adjacent Santa Cruz Mountains all my life. This incident happened on the Loma Prieta Grade Trail in the forest of Nissim Marks SP in the late summer of 2019. Basically, my girlfriend at the time and I were hiking on a Wednesday morning. There were definitely already people around. This is a popular trail as it's a really beautiful locale. That said, there were also stretches when it was just the two of us. I think it's a 5-mile-ish hike total, and we were about an hour in when my girlfriend had to pee. There were thick trees on both sides, so we looked for a clearing on our right side. We saw not really a path but an opening and walked past the tree line, maybe 20 to 30 feet in. She wanted to be out of sight of anyone who passed by. I tossed her my backpack, which had toilet paper, and she ducked behind the tree. I walked down the clearing about halfway, but I could still see her. She squatted and peeing, and I'm just waiting. Like I said, I could see her the whole time. It was darker inside the trees, obviously, but I could still see just fine. So I'm just standing there with nothing to do but look around me. That's when I caught the moment of something on my left. There was a medium-sized tree with a very distinct, very dark hand on it. It was about 10 or so feet away. At first I thought it was someone wearing black gloves. I don't know why, but I immediately thought it was some biker perv looking in on my girlfriend peeing. That's when I saw the face peek out and everything turned upside down. I can't say with full certainty that I'd say it was about 7 to 8 feet tall. I only saw half of it, but it was everything you would expect from a classic description of Bigfoot. Big black eyes, large flat nose, dark-skinned with blackish grayish hair. I could see only a hint of a conical skull. Conical? I could see a hint of a conical skull. Really based on everything in particular, I feel like I saw a female. Not sure why, I just do. Anyway, it peeked back and forth twice. The eyes were mesmerizing, that's the best way to describe it. They felt like they were looking right through my soul. I wasn't scared really, but I was definitely in shock. Like the way seeing a car accident feels like everything is in slow motion. And let me confirm what others say. There was no way I had the wherewithal to pull out my phone and take a picture. No way. I was totally engrossed in the moment. This was all in a space of maybe 20 to 30 seconds. And the whole time I'm watching this thing, I'm hearing the stream of my girlfriend's urine. Weird, but I was acutely aware of both things at once. The second time it peeked out, it looked at me for a few seconds, then ducked back behind the tree, but also sank like it was going onto the ground. That was the last time I saw of it. That was the last I saw of it. My girlfriend finally finished, and when she came back toward me, that was when the fear hit me. Not like I was in danger right at the moment, but more like the reality of what I saw finally hit me. I quickly took her hand and pulled her back onto the trail. I didn't say what I saw, but I said we had to go back ASAP. She was confused, but I explained to her what I saw as we walked back at a much brisker pace than when we came up. She believed me. She's Canadian and has an uncle and cousin who claimed to see one when she was growing up, so that was good. She actually wanted to turn around and see if we could find it, but I wasn't quite in that space just after it happened. I'd say I was generally a Bigfoot believer prior to this, but not anywhere near a fanatic or anything, and it's not like I set out looking for anything. I know people argue that if you have Bigfoot on the brain, you're more likely to jump to that conclusion in certain situations. I did not. In fact, the whole hike, I was complaining to my girlfriend about my manager at work. Bigfoot was the last thing on my mind. I'm okay with what happened a year later, but I had strange dreams for weeks after. My girlfriend thought it was a great story, and she'd tell our friends over beers and stuff, but I'm not entirely comfortable with people knowing. But like I said, I'm far away from it now to at least share it here. Yeah, it's possible a huge guy in a suit was out there at the exact time and in the exact spot, but I don't think so. I'm 99% sure I saw a Sasquatch. I believe him. I think there's things out there in the world that we can't explain. At least I like to think so. Makes life a little bit more magical. This story is from Expensive Opening 92. I just received this text from my brother and wanted to share it with you all. A little backstory. My brother and his partner live on a 25-acre ranch about 20 miles south of Texarkana, Texas. His ranch butts up to the notorious Sulphur River bottoms of northeast Texas and is the home of the infamous folk monster. Yeah, the one from the movie, The Legend of Boogie Creek. There have been multiple Bigfoot sightings in this area since the 1950s, and this is considered a hotspot for Bigfoot activity. The Luke mentioned in the text bush hogs their property about every 4 to 6 weeks. He's not one of those folks that is taken to making up a tall tale. Here's the text I received this afternoon. Just got off the phone with Luke, who called to report he was very freaked out at dusk here last night. He was trimming weeds toward the back fence line behind the metal building. Said something was throwing things at him from the wood line and hitting the metal building. The thing that freaked him was that it was being thrown from up in the trees, and it was a full 30 feet or more away. He said it totally freaked him out and wanted to let us know. My brother has also heard things in the past on the ranch. As he walked out to the front gate one morning before sunup, something snorted from above the tree line, as if something were observing him from an elevated position in the trees. My brother said this encounter made chills run down his spine and caused him to literally run full tilt back to the house. I'm not looking for criticism or negative feedback on this. I'm just trying to inform on a site that has been interesting. Let's read this one. Doesn't have a name, but the question is, Bigfoot encounter as a bad omen? Short story. In 2016, an outdoorsman I know had a Bigfoot encounter. The man is a very seasoned hunter and lives in the woods. He told me about an encounter he had while moose hunting. Nothing significant happened. He spotted it, took a photo. I seen the photo. Cell phone cameras weren't nearly as good then as today's phones. To me, it looked like a black stump in an area that was lodged. It was too far for the camera to get clear details. However, the man said he could clearly see with his eyes what it was. No other animal as mistaken identity, and it was an open clearing that was lodged. He believed it to be a Bigfoot. Now, the question, a sighting as a bad omen? Not too long after the encounter, the man's son passed away under tragic circumstances. Has anyone who had sightings of Bigfoot had any bad experiences afterwards? Deaths in the family or any other hardships? Can it be Bigfoot warning him that something bad was coming? Here's another story by Wise Rest 814. This took place in Connecticut. Has anyone had any experiences in Connecticut? If so, where and what happened? I believe I had encounters in the Litchfield County area, specifically Campville and Thomaston. One was peering at me and my buddy from behind a tree in Campville while scooting for a deer. He'll acknowledge it when I bring it up, but won't talk about it much after that. It's a beautiful fishing public area, but I never liked being there alone. I always felt I was being watched. Then one night in Thomaston, I was walking. It was dark out and probably October or November-ish. I went to cross a field to save me some time on my walk like I'd done it 1,000 times before. But something in me told me to stop, and I looked up and I see what looks like a massive dude, at least 8 feet tall and jacked, top mid stride, and just staring my direction while staying absolutely still. It was like it didn't know I was there. Then it noticed me as I noticed it, and it just stayed still, hoping I wouldn't see it. I decided I'd take the long way, and as I turned and started walking down the road I was on, it immediately started walking in the direction it was headed. I had this feeling of fear I have never felt before in my life. Hair raised all over my body, goosebumps, definitely fight or flight. I can't tell you how many times I looked over my shoulder. The rest of the walk, the location of both of these experiences is pretty close. I didn't even think at the time the tall figure in the dark could have been a Sasquatch, but it's the only thing that makes sense. Another time I was with the same buddy I was scouting deer with, and we were walking the old railroad tracks in Thomaston, fishing the river here, and they're headed toward the Thomaston Dam, and we both got this overwhelming stench of skunk and rotting meat. All my buddy had to say was, "Let's get out of here." And the final one, I'm not completely sure if this was an experience or just being a kid with a crazy imagination, but I was cleaning my room as a kid, and when I came up from grabbing something from under my bed, I could have sworn I saw a gorilla walk across my front yard and down toward the neighbor's yard/woods. I remember thinking in my confused little kid head, no way that was a gorilla. We don't have them out here. Well, that's gonna be all for today. Have you guys seen Bigfoot? Or actually, have you seen anything? If so, please feel free to share them with me. You could email me at artesmuertos@gmail.com. You could also follow me on Instagram at artesmuertosco. I'll also have them in the description below. I don't really post too much, but I do want to get in the habit of posting constantly, actually. Or posting at all. I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's August and I could definitely feel Halloween coming. If you guys enjoyed this and if you made it to the end, please feel free to comment. I hope you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time for some more spooky stories. Bye!